Stepping into a fairy garden is walking into a wonder of magic. A place where fairies float between worlds.
There's a door over there and a beehive.
For Briar, it's one connection
It was my idea to put the mini gnomes in.
to a sister she's never met.
Ellery was just a curly-haired... Sorry. This is gonna be hard. I buried her 10 years ago today.
Allison Eniga says her daughter Ellery
She just looked like a little dolly.
was a young girl with an old soul.
She was just a beautiful little girl.
On July 26, 2015,
I don't know what else to say about her.
Ellery drowned in a pool.
She was 2 years, 3 months, and 26 days old. And yeah, life changed. And I didn't know what to do at that point. It's like, how do you survive?
That same question was being asked just down the street by her Prescott, Wisconsin neighbor.
I have 9 butterflies everywhere because she was 9.
Audrey was 4 when her big sister Ava
It just tells all about her.
passed away.
She would beg for a sister. And we had just found out we were going to have her when she was diagnosed.
Diagnosed
Yeah,
with leukemia.
yeah.
Bethany Christensen says doctors gave Ava's diagnosis a 90% cure rate.
She got it when she was 4, and it came back when she was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then she passed away when she was 9. And I always think about how strong Ava was and how positive she always was no matter what, and it helps me.
Just a couple weeks before Ava died,
A lot of these things were original.
she built a fairy garden.
Yeah, I think she just loved the idea of things being magical.
Ava's magic became something they wanted to share.
As a mom, having people forget your child feels like the worst thing ever. It's already so hard to lose them, but then to have people forget her is just devastating.
Bethany approached me and said we should maybe do a fairy garden to honor our kids. And I said, well, maybe we should do a fairy park.
A miniature world,
This is so fun!
now made real.
All those little kids in there, they're like the size of a fairy would be, and this is the life-size fairy Wonderland Park.
In 2018, Allison and Bethany started fundraising,
You can have dinner at the Watermelon House.
spreading the message of Fairy Wonderland Park.
I love the whole park. I love everything about it, but I do really like the little details.
Details for their daughters. Monarchs depicted for Ava, while for Ellery, yellow swallowtails.
That's like the sign I get from Ellery after she passed away.
She would always give me ladybugs, and I would call them yetybugs.
For Ellery, Weeby's place.
She couldn't say TV, and she was always like, "We be on, we be on." So we call her Weeby.
A nickname, and the last time Ava wrote her name.
And so it'll forever be here, which is really meaningful for me.
It's part of a larger vision for the park as they push to raise enough money to fund the final phase.
An inclusive zip line, so wheelchair accessible. There'll be a in-ground merry-go-round.
The hope is to have it built by next summer.
Ava would be graduating, and I just really would love to have something to look forward to.
When I see the little ones, I picture my own little daughter. I picture Ellery running across. This isn't just a park. It tells a story, and it happens to be the story of our kids. If somebody can see her name and just put a thought into her, that's all I ask.
Out of pain and loss,
I can attest that there is joy after loss.
this park is full of magic,
Yeah, I feel like a fairy.
a place where fairies can fly.
To finish the final portion of the park, they still need to raise $79,000. Phase 3 includes a merry-go-round, double zip line, tree swing, wishing well, musical instruments, and a poured rubber surface to make it accessible to everyone. It's all being designed by Create Play in St. Louis Park. And obviously, if people want to help out with this, we have all that information and links at care11.com.
The amount of thoughtfulness
I know.
that went into it, the amount of personal, as a mother, it's
Oh, my
hard to
goodness,
think about,
yeah.
I know, and there's so much more that we couldn't get into, so many more details that if you visit yourself, you can see.
And you go to Prescott and see it.
Yes, your hometown?
At my hometown?
Your hometown.
Yeah, I know. Such beautiful shots there. Who was your photojournalist?
That was Tyler Teal.
Oh,
yeah.
he did such a nice
He-
job.
absolutely.
That's such a big part of the story. So thank you, Heidi. Thank you.